Hey guys, welcome back, and today we have another week of grosses, so let's get into it. So Anne Juliet went from 94.30 to 98.81 and 820K to 922K. Obviously, this is a much better week for Anne Juliet, but I will say that it is definitely on thin ice. It hasn't done the kind of numbers you would like to see over the summer. Not terrible, but not amazing. I mean, it did stay in the $1 million club, but for a show like Anne Juliet, I definitely do think that if I'm a producer, I'm keeping a close eye on this because it has noticeably been falling off more and more in the past couple of months, and I think that is a clear indicator that they need to do more marketing, or they need to stunt cast. So again, Anne Juliet, it's not gonna close like next month, but it's definitely in a stage of most musicals' life where it's starting to slow down, and we might be going into the twilight years. Back to the Future continues to not do good, going from 81% to 89% and 859K to 979K. Now, when it comes to how much money it needs to make like a week, it's technically kind of like at that sweet spot. But this show has not been doing what it should be doing. It didn't do good numbers in the summer. So again, I think with the show, and yeah, my arm cracked, whatever. With a show like this, the fact that it didn't make $1 million gets me super nervous, because they're not going to make $1 million every single week in the next 2 months. And it needs, in order for a show to succeed, from the summer to the fall, it needs to have good summer numbers, especially for something as big budgeted as Back to the Future. If it falls below 800,000, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I think it's gonna close soon. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't see that happening. Maybe like 1 or 2 weeks it might do that, but besides that, I think it's gonna be fine. But again, it's just showing the oversaturation of movie musicals and the quality of something being more important to the audiences than the content. Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club went from 97% to 94%, and 1,459,506 to 1,460,891. Fantastic numbers. And I saw Cabaret, and my review of it is coming Wednesday or Thursday. It's one of those days. But the fact that it's doing this well, with how unconventional and off and weird it is, and how like this revival kind of feels like something you'd see like in an off-Broadway theater, not in a mainstream theater. So the fact that it's doing this well is shocking. And people are saying, oh, it's not doing, what it should be doing. And it's doing fantastic numbers. Any show would kill for these kind of numbers. And for how unconventional this revival is, the fact that it's doing this good is a miracle unto itself. Hadestown continues to do strong, selling out and going from 761K to 800K. Hamilton went from 90% to 96%, and 1,640,394 to 1,857,988. Hell's Kitchen went from 97% to 100%, and 1,370,214 to 1,542,578. Moulin Rouge went from 97.38 to 98.7, and 1,193,304 to 1,274,975. Six went from 89% to 91%, and 769K to 852K. Stereophonic went from 813K to 921K, selling out, so all fantastic numbers. Suffs went from 88% to 92%, and 728K to 784K. In order for Suffs to be able to handle 7s and 6s, which is what it's gonna do in September and October, it needed to make at least $1 million or 900K, and it didn't do that. So I still think it's gonna close by like January probably. Book of Mormon did much better, going from 89% to 96%, and 749K to 935K. The Great Gatsby continues to do fantastic, going from 91% to 92%, and 1,083,128 to 1,174,354. The Notebook, which has announced its closing, I was correct. That's going to be the thumbnail. That's going to be the title. The Notebook closes. And everybody saw it coming. And the water for elephants, it's going to happen next. It was just a matter of which one's going to go first. And the Notebook went first. Even though it's a less expensive production to put on than elephants, it's lost more money than elephants, and it's made less than elephants. So this week it went from 75% to 87%, and 530K to 625K. And many people are asking, why did the Notebook close? It's because it's a bad show. That's why. That's all I gotta say on it. The Outsiders went from 102% to 102%, and 1,428,279 to 1,525,434. Fantastic. And then Water for Elephants went from 75% to 85%, and 801K to 953K. Not good numbers, and I think this will be the next thing to close. So overall, a very fantastic week for most musicals, and obviously the not so big shocker if you've been listening to the channel that Notebook is going to close, and now Water for Elephants is next. So that's my video. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.